Well, hundreds of thousands of acres scorched in northwestern Oklahoma. The cattle industry in that area, of course, hit hard by this. Now, different organizations are coming together to help our farmers and ranchers.
Yeah, joining us now is Michael Kelsey, the Executive Vice President of the Oklahoma Cattlemen's Association. Thanks for joining us this morning, a very important topic. So we wanted to ask you first, how are these fires really impacting our ranchers and farmers? We've seen some of the pictures and it's just devastating.
It is very much devastating. Just for perspective, about 200, the one fire, the Ranger Road fire, 283,000 acres. That's about 1.5 times the size of Chicago. So this is a massive amount of area that has been impacted. And in many cases, these ranchers are just devastated, not only from the grass that they've lost, but also any type of infrastructure, fencing, barns, etc. And then the impact on the cattle. A lot of cattle lost. We don't know the number yet. It takes time for those guys to get back in there, understand where those cattle are at, and then understand what the loss is. So we're gathering that data, but overall just devastating.
That's heartbreaking
It
to
is.
even think about. How long does it take for a rancher to recover from wildfire like this?
A long time. The grass itself can be impacted. The heat from the fire can often really destroy the crown of the grasses. Those are native grasses out there. So even though we're going to get some rain, hopefully here pretty quick, and you'll see a green up, that grass may not be sustainable to allow cattle to graze it immediately. So they have to wait. So we need more hay. We need more longer types of relief efforts. Never mind the fact that they've got to assess the cattle and understand the damage to the specific cattle and how that may or may not impact their ability to continue producing calves in the future.
So let's talk about the logistics of helping our fellow Oklahomans there, because you're talking about the fires up in the Panhandle near
Correct.
Beaver and all that, but we also know there's some in Woodward.
Correct.
So how can people help them? I know you guys are kind of stepping up alongside others too.
So there's an immediate need of hay and structures of fencing, etc. There's some great folks up there that are coordinating that. Specifically though, cash, honestly, just to be honest, because a lot of those producers have very specific impacts. So they may need a generator to run a water well. They may need some infrastructure on corral to gather some calves. So honestly, monetary funding is the best way to help those folks. We've set up our our wildfire relief fund. We can 100% of those cash donations we'll gather, we'll pool, and then we'll specifically send those to producers once we understand what their specific impacts are. So that's honestly one of the best ways to help if a person wants to help. No amount of money is too small. Every bit of it helps. Keeps these, and remember, these are family ranchers.
Right.
This is not corporations, this is not big entities. These are family ranchers. A lot of times are multi-generation. We want to help them stay and recover, keep their kids and their grandkids on the ranch in the future.
Absolutely. I know there's a note from the Department of Agriculture about bringing hay. You just need to check it. Can you briefly tell us about that?
Yeah, real quick. Thank you for that. So hay is wonderful, but depending upon where it's coming from, we need to watch out for fire ants. So the fire ants won't hurt the cattle, but it could impact the land and spread those insects into those areas. So it's a pretty easy process. If you're coming from some of those infected areas, then we just need to get that hay checked by some experts, and then that hay can move in. Pretty simple process, but a very important process that needs to be done.
Well, we appreciate you coming in this morning. Real quick, what would be your message to Oklahomans who are going to be seeing this story, and what would you say to them?
I would say, first of all, thank you so much. Pray for rain, and if you're able to help us, we very much appreciate it. Again, no amount is too small or too large, and 100% of those funds will go directly to those producers that are impacted.
And we'll make sure we have that information on the KOCO website so you can donate. It's up there on your screen as well. And if you need any help, of course, you can reach out